Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a new concept called variable. We already learned the concept of constant, and yeah, let's change things because I think one of the most important thing in programming is that you can initialize or declare a certain thing, and you can put that you can think of that thing as a box, as a container, and you can put all sort of data inside the box. And of course, you can put a label on that box, and you can change things inside of the box. So yeah, just bear with me. Let me just show you. So previously, we learn how to initialize a constant. So if you want something don't change, you can just say let to initialize it. So let and let things that won't change. So things that you don't need to change. So things don't change. Let me use camel casing. By the way, the camel casing is that if you name something that got multiple words in it, and the second, the third, and all yeah, the words need to be capitalized. So things don't change and change. Okay, so things don't change, and you're going to put some number to it. So for example, you can put 8, you can put 9, all sort of thing, and of course you can use a string as well. So basically just a different sort of data type. So string is like a it's like some text, okay, and or you can enter basically anything. So for example, you can even input Chinese or Japanese to it, as long as as a character, even though it's Unicode characters. You can even use emoji for that. As long as Unicode, you can do that. So I'm going to say things don't change. Say hello. You don't want this hello to change. You can just let it. It's just the old way that we already learned to initialize a constant. But in this video, we're going to change things. So, for example, you want this hello to be changed later. So you can use a variable for that. So var is a keyword for yeah, the variable that you want to change. As the name suggests, it's sort of self-explanatory. You want to change that later, you're going to use a variable for that. And I'm going to say things will change or can change. I think can change. You can change. Okay, and for example, if you use the same hello, and you won't change that, you can just first declare that, and you want to change it, you can say that these things can change will be a different thing. So for example, if you say hello to I don't know, 2 1 2 3, something like that, you can do that. Okay, so let's justify that. So first we can print it, and the item will be the things can change. I'm going to print this once, and here I'm going to print it twice, so you can see the change. Okay, and let me just comment out so don't confuse you with my previous thing. Okay, so once you click run, it will show the results at here, but also you can see the result at the right side. So I think they are going to initialize it a bit, so you sort of need to wait. Okay, after wait a few seconds, you got show on the right side as well as the bottom here. So if you think you're stuck at the playground, you can look at here. Okay, so sometimes they will show that it's preparing, it's launching, so you know you're not stuck. It's just that your computer is just preparing to launch whatever to run at the back end. Okay, so yeah, once it's ready, you can see on the right side as well as the bottom is show. So let's look at it. First, print things can change. You become hello. Okay, so because this is the variable, you sort of declare that or initialize this as a box. And what kind of thing that you're going to put this box? you're going to put a string hello, so basically just some text into this things can change box, and you want to find out what's being put inside the box. You print that, and you got hello. But things is a box, you can take the original things out. You can replace the original thing with a new thing. Okay, so you can put this 1, 2, 3 string to the box, and when you print that box, and you can find this 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in order to compare the variables with what we already learned, which is constant, in my previous video, I'm going to use these things don't change as an example, so you guys can compare. So what I'm going to do is to copy this code, and I'm going to paste it, but this time I'm going to comment all these variable parts, and I'm going to change it a little bit. So instead of just using variable, I'm going to use let to initialize to declare things that cannot be changed, so don't change. Okay, so if you say let things don't change to hello, and you can print that out, and of course you are going to force change it, and you can see we will get an error. So just wait and see. Okay, so let me just pause that and run that, preparing and ready. Okay, so you can see here cannot assign to value things don't change. It's a let constant, change let to var to make it mutable. So basically use the sort of jargon mutable, and basically mutable is the thing that can change. Okay, so basically it tells you that you are using let, and let will sort of declare this thing as a thing that cannot be changed. So once you let that hello, once it's initialized, once it's declared, it will just be hello. Of course, you can print that hello out, but you won't be able to change that hello to 1, 2, 3 and print the changed version 1, 2, 3 out. Okay, and of course the author automatically fix. Okay, so if you click it, it will just automatically change that for you, and then you can rerun. Yeah, I think you sort of need to pause this program in order to change that. But don't. This is just my personal experience. I know this is a ever developing world, and the IDE is constantly changing, so the Excel may be become really intelligent. I'm a heavy user of Copilot, so I really think the AI will greatly improve our lives. But my suggestion for you is that you sort of need to know what is around when you at the learning stage, and don't rely too much on artificial intelligence, because at tiny programs we might rely on AI, but if you make really complex program, and you rely too much on AI, you fix here, you fix that, you just use automatic fix, sometimes you won't know what sort of a function that you already changed, and you might encounter problem in the future. Okay, so let's do that change manually. In order to change that, pretty simple. Previously select, just make that to var. Okay, and things don't change, even though the name says don't change, it can change, and you can change that to 1, 2, 3, and of course you can print it out. Okay, so if you run that this time, you get hello and get a 1, 2, 3, even though you used a different name. And that is one of the amazing thing about variable, because you can actually name almost any name for that variable. It's just a container for a computer. It doesn't mean anything, as long as you think that the word makes sense, even though sometimes it doesn't make sense. You can use the emoji for that. Let me just use a dog emoji. Let me just copy a dog emoji. Okay, you can even use a dark emoji for that, and you can still run the program. Okay, moment of the truth, you can still run. Okay, so this is like a program written for kids. So just use this dark as a variable. So you declare that as a variable. The dark container, let me just call it dark container. And inside the dark container, dark box, you put hello in it, and you print that dark container out, bring out this hello, and of course you then change the dark containers contents to 1, 2, 3, and print the dark, you still got this changed thing because it's mutable. Yeah, just a fancy word for saying that this can be changed. Okay, so here's a quick conclusion for you. If you want something don't change in the future, something that would never change in the future, you can use let to declare as a constant, and then it won't be changed. So if you forcibly want to change it, it will give you an error. If you want something that will change in the future, for example, you want to take users' inputs and you store that temporarily, and you call that out, you can use a variable to do that. And of course, you can even let doc. Okay, you can use all sort of thing as long as it's a Unicode character or almost any character. It's a pretty inclusive programming language. And but my personal suggestion is that they use English to use that as a variable name, because you might encounter some problem even though you use Unicode, you use this doc. It's good for learning, but it's not good for development. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And by the way, my name is William, and this channel's name called Code with William Jiaming. I got a website called Learning Free. Also, I got a personal website called williamjiaming.com. And I'm currently right now unemployed and really need this channel to generate a positive revenue. Everything I'm going to share with you guys is totally free. So the best way to support me is to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up. Thank you so much for support. I will see you in the next video. Bye.